will be a garden destroyer and, as Lauren mentioned, a branch breaker. Garden shops were filled with many of us getting materials to protect all of our hard Mother's Day gardening that we've done. Alan Janae has your tips tonight for you. And Alan, you ran right into your neighbor this morning working to cover up their plants.
Yeah, they're really terrific with their gardening. You know, the trees, especially, you just talked about a branch breaker Lauren did, could get some pretty rough treatment. You know, the ones with larger leaves, like these catalpas right here, imagine that. That's a lot of surface area, and when the snow comes down, it could affect it. Now, aspens are going to be a little bit different. They are used to shaking the snow off. That's very helpful. If you've been tempted to put in that garden early, well, you may be scurrying around today, because this storm on our plants and trees is going to be a tough one.
10 days ago, things looked pretty good. Now they don't.
At their house, Jim and Christina Sherwood of Evergreen are undoing some of their award-winning gardening.
At 8,000 feet, it is what it is.
Cover, cover, and cover.
I pulled out all these things to cover them up with. We've got tarps and blankets.
They're not alone.
I planted early, which I shouldn't have done,
Krista Gibson was loading up.
but I wanted color in my yard. So here I am buying 11 blankets.
You can improvise, says Master Gardener educated Nancy Salagi of O'Toole's Garden Center.
So I have often used towels or heavy beach towels with a plastic bag or a sheet of plastic over it. Plastic protects it from the towel getting sopping wet and freezing itself, which doesn't help the plants at all. Sometimes people will make little tents with bamboo and do that. You don't want to make your tent too far above the plant, because then you allow that cold air to get in underneath there.
Many plants, like perennials, are okay at 32.
You can play with that a little bit. If it's not a hard freeze, which is 28 or below, a lot of plants will be okay.
But plants with fleshy stems, like begonias and impatiens, will be in danger. Are there any plants that are necessarily more susceptible to this?
Oh, absolutely. So if you have basil, bring it in. Basil is a big fat baby, and it needs to be at 40 degrees or above.
So I'm making spaghetti tonight, it sounds like. That seems like a plan. A lot of beautiful plants out here. I'll tell you another secret she mentioned to me. Tomatoes are wimps. And the secret is make sure you get them planted after the 1st of June. You plant them earlier, and then they put that energy into trying to create that fruit too early, and they don't do well in the long run. Now, perennials have a sort of antifreeze, Salagi says, and that helps them get through things, and that's for sure. And plants, get this, unlike humans, don't feel wind chill. They don't have skin, and that's where we have those receptors that make us feel that wind chill. So there is one thing that makes the plants maybe seem just a little bit warmer. In Lakewood, I'm Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.
Oh, great information, Alan.